President Trump once gave a gift to North Korean dictator Kim Jong Un that was so bad, yet so unbelievably on brand for the president. So now this comes from cowardly grifter John Bolton's new book, which you should not buy. You should definitely not buy this book. You should read the book, but not buy it because remember, we don't support terrorists with our money. So now, this excerpt was reported by the International Business Times. And in it, Bolton writes about how Trump had been courting the North Korean dictator back in 2018. Remember how they'd written love letters to each other, as Trump says. And this is after nearly bringing us to war with the same country. So now he had a gift for Kim Jong Un, and it was in the form of a special CD. And yeah, get ready for this, right? Because this is literally the most Donald Trump thing ever. It was a signed single of Elton John's Rocket Man. Rocket Man. Because, of course, right? Now, it gets better because apparently delivery on this disc was a top priority for everyone in the administration. If you were going overseas to meet Kim Jong Un, Donald Trump expected you to haul this single, this CD, right, with you and then give it to the North Korean dictator. Now, it's important to him because obviously Rocket Man was his nickname for Kim Jong Un. And also, by the way, Elton John happens to be one of Donald Trump's favorite musicians. So now, in fact, here's what the article notes. The president is a massive Elton John fan who had reportedly heard from Kim Jong that he had never heard the song Rocket Man. So naturally, Trump wanted to give the supreme leader a recording and advised the Secretary of State to make the delivery. That was Mike Pompeo, by the way. Getting the CD to Kim remained a high priority for several months. High priority. As opposed to what? Getting Kim Jong Un to denuclearize? No. Or getting him to stop maybe, I don't know, imprisoning and torturing his people? Nope. It's about making sure that we get this Elton John CD to Kim Jong Un. And so he tries to get Mike Pompeo to do it. And so here's what Bolton wrote. Trump didn't seem to realize Secretary of State Mike Pompeo hadn't actually seen Kim Jong Un during Pompeo's follow-up overseas trip. Asking if Pompeo had handed the autographed CD to Kim, Bolton wrote, Pompeo had not. So that I'm assuming that's one of the first things that he asked Bolton. Did you give Kim the CD? Did he like it? No, I didn't give him the CD. That said, he kept trying to give him the CD because Donald Trump literally believed that it was the most brilliant thing he had ever devised. And of course, to make it more Trump, the disc, I mentioned that it was autographed, right? It wasn't autographed by Elton John. No. It was autographed by Donald Trump. So he took the single of Rocket Man and signed his name all over it to give it to Kim Jong Un. This story is insane. The most Trump thing ever. I got you this gift. It's my favorite. It's my favorite musician, and it's a song that my nickname for you is Rocket Man, and I signed it. Literally the greatest gift ever. You're gonna love it. I can't wait for you to get it. Oh my God. Now, not only did he think Kim Jong Un would love this, he also thought that Elton John would love this too because it would help him. Quote, this is from Bolton. The president said something like, boy, I bet Elton will get a kick out of this, said a former senior Trump administration official. It seemed like he hadn't spoken to Elton John in a while. I know from my conversation with the president that he finds it regrettable that he and Elton John haven't been closer during his presidency. So Yeah, I'm gonna give you the. I'm gonna give Kim Jong Un the CD that I signed, and I think Elton John's gonna love that, and Kim Jong Un's gonna love that. I am the greatest genius in the world. I'm the best. Tremendous. But here's the thing, right? Elton John's like, get me away from this guy. Like, I want nothing to do with Donald Trump. In fact, here's what he said in 2016 when Trump would blast his music at his rallies. He said, quote, this is to The Guardian, I don't really want my music to be involved in anything to do with an American election campaign. I'm British. I've met Donald Trump. He was very nice to me. It's nothing personal. His political views are my own. Mine are very different. I'm not a Republican in a million years. And so, okay, all of that stuff was like, okay, look, I don't want this guy playing my music at his rallies. We have some disagreements. But then he gets a little bit harsher. He says, quote, why not ask Ted fucking Nugent or one of those fucking country stars? They'll do it for you. Oh, spicy Elton John. Love it. Love it. But see, Donald Trump, he's a sad hanger on, I think, because he loves Elton John's music. Part of who Donald Trump is that he's got this mentality like, I want everyone to love me. I want people to love me. I want to be part of the club. I want to be popular, right? And, you know, he has that, and it's almost childlike, right? But also, he's got this monumentally large ego, this narcissistic personality, along with a very thin skin, right? And so it is really super sad. Now, according to two people with knowledge of the President Trump's private remarks at the time, he believed that Sir Elton John would appreciate the overture because it would give the musician's work additional publicity and international media attention. It's Sir Elton John. Okay. The only way that you don't know who Sir Elton John is if you grew up in a hermit country like North Korea, which of course, I guess that kind of makes sense now. But look, one more note to how childish this Donald Trump is. In 2017, they write, Trump was so proud of his nickname. This is in Daily Beast. So proud of his nickname that in the run-up to his first speech at the United Nations, the president quizzed several top administration officials, including then U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, on whether or not it would be prudent for him to denounce Kim as suicidal rocket man during his address to the General Assembly, according to a source with direct knowledge of the matter. Numerous advisors told him not to do it, with some thinking it was simply too childish to do in such an august setting. Trump decided to do it anyway, as we, of course, had seen. In fact, that sidebar is literally when he was giving that speech and saying he is suicidal rocket man. All that time, by the way, when he's calling the rocket man, he's thinking, nailed it. Elton John's going to love this. Baby. All of this screams supreme narcissist, no empathy, and is really dumb to boot. I don't think Donald Trump couldn't have cared less about the nuclear talks. No, it was all about him. His primary focus, and you get that theme, right, apparently throughout Bolton's book, where Donald Trump would basically put his own personal interests that, you know, not even personal financial interests, but just personal interests like, ooh, I hope this person notices me, or, ooh, this person says nice things about me, over any sort of diplomatic gain for the United States, diplomatic or policy gain. And so constantly putting himself over the good of the country. That's who Donald Trump is. He is singularly incapable of framing any issue other than when it comes to himself, basically. That's how he frames that. That's how he sees everything is, how does this help Donald Trump? He is not fit for office. He is not fit for office. He cannot be president again. He cannot be given 4 more years. If you thought that this was, this last 4 years bad enough, we got to get him out. We do. We got to get him out. All right. He probably had a very sad childhood. Yeah, I mean, his dad was probably constantly calling him a dummy, a loser, and a sad baby. Notice me, senpai. Oh, that's good. I like that. All right. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for going around the nation with me today. Please like and share the stream if you haven't already. Become a patron, patreon.com/DUATNation. Support independent progressive media. Or become a channel member by hitting the join button below. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching the live stream and the recording of the live stream or listening to the podcast, which, by the way, we have podcasts up on iTunes. So you can download the show, listen to it whenever. And you can also do so by becoming a patron, patreon.com/DUATNation. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you. And remember, change begins with you. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.
Mike Pounds.
Please clap.
Why? Oh, you're getting nervous, man. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
You're kicking me out the door. You're kicking me out the door.